Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? It's Member here, back at you again with another We Got Games video. This time we're going to be talking about some more Dragon Ball Fighterz news that came out earlier this week. So here we go. So the three new characters that were announced for Dragon Ball Fighterz are Goku Black, Beerus, and Hit, all from the Dragon Ball Super series. That's the current Dragon Ball anime that's in progress right now. They're like well over episode like 100 in Japan or whatever. I think only in America, or I should say out in the West, they're only like around like episode 30 or 40. I'm not really sure. I haven't watched the Dragon Ball Super anime yet. I've only watched Battle of the Gods. I haven't watched Revival F yet, so I'm a little bit behind, but I am familiar with these characters. I'm familiar with all three of them. Because I watch little clips on YouTube and everything. I hear people talk about them when they talk about Dragon Ball Fighter, or excuse me, Dragon Ball Super. So I know who these characters are. Like, well, if you guys have been following all the news and the information that's been hitting the internet the past maybe month or so, Beerus and Hit were already leaked for Dragon Ball Fighterz, and to be fair, I had an idea that Goku Black was gonna be announced for this game. Some people were saying that I think what's the girl's name? Califla, Califla, something like that. The one Super Saiyan Prodigy or whatever. I think from Universe. I don't remember what universe it was because I'm not really following the anime as of right now. But that girl, you know who I'm talking about. The female Super Saiyan Prodigy, Khalifa, whatever. Some people were saying that she was gonna be a part of Fighterz. Who knows? Maybe she's gonna be DLC. Maybe the one girl Kale as well will be DLC. Who knows? Anyways, let's get down to business. We have a news article here on Event Hubs. There's news articles about the current news everywhere. So let's just get right down into it and just scroll through it real quick. The latest V-Jump magazine scans have hit the internet. Goku Black, Beerus, and Hit have been announced as playable in Dragon Ball Fighterz. Each of these fighters hails from the Dragon Ball Super series. Beerus, the god of destruction, is known as the second strongest warrior in Universe 7. Right. An assassin from Universe 6. Hit, he has a time skip ability, as I've heard, which allows him to freeze his opponents for 1 second. Apparently later in the anime, he can freeze opponents for longer periods of time. What else? Oh yes, and Goku Black has the ability to reach Super Saiyan Rose, which explains the color of his hair. According to him, this form can only be achieved by Saiyans with the proper god status. See, I'm already learning about stuff, and I don't even watch this. I haven't been watching anime. Okay, so Zamasu is apparently going to be Goku Black's support character, so maybe he's gonna be a part of his moveset. Who knows? I'm not sure exactly what Zamasu is gonna do in the game, but we'll figure it out once we get our hands on the game. Maybe it'll be a part of the open beta coming in January. Who knows? Each of the V-Jump scans features several screenshots of the three new fighters in action. Also provided are details about how these characters fight, as well as their in-game stats. Let me see here. Oh, there's a bit more details on each individual character. See with Goku's physical strength. Let me zoom in a little bit. This might be a little hard to see. So I'm gonna zoom in. Sorry about that. This is all done raw. I was gonna put some editing in here, but I was like, but I just thought to myself, I have the article right here. I might as well do this. So let's see here. With Goku's physical strength and the power of a god, Goku Black joins the battle. He attacks by changing his hands into blades. Meteor super attack, work of god. He creates copies of himself, attacking with blades, and finishes you off with a powerful strike. One of his special attacks, Zamasu assists him when he's charging his Kamehameha. Zamasu or Zamas, I don't know if that's a completely different person or not, but I'm going to assume that the person meant to type Zamasu. Zamasu will come out and grab the opponent. Wait, what? So while he's charging, This Kamehameha Zamasu will come out and grab the opponent. Is that automatic? Can we control that? Does this just happen? So it's a mix-up pretty much. Together with Zamasu, he has a super move. Together with Zamasu, he has a super move where they gather a huge energy ball and fire at their opponent. I believe there's a. I'll look at that in a second. I'll look at that other tab in a second. The stats: Power A, Speed S, Reach S, Technique A, Energy S. These stats that they have, I don't know if I want to take in the fact that this has any correlation with their actual play style and how they're, and how these characters work. I'm not sure exactly that correlates in any way. But usually with things like this, where developers show you, actually here's the tab where they had the stats at. Over here, I think there's some more somewhere here and here. I'll come back to this in a second, but usually when when they show you this kind of stuff in like maybe a magazine, or they show you this in like artwork or whatever, when they're revealing new characters, it doesn't really have any correlation to how they play and how they feel and what they're like in actual gameplay and actual action. Because Street Fighter V did the same thing. I believe Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle's doing that as well, but we don't really know for sure. Maybe these stats have some truth to them in terms of how these characters play in game. We won't know about that exactly, but we won't know about that exactly as of right now. But just take it with a grain of salt. Who knows? That's all I can really say. Take it with a grain of salt. Just keep your eyes peeled, keep your mind open, and just try them out once they try them out, and just see if the stats that are present right now are going to be true to the gameplay. Just try it out once the game comes out. That's all I can really say. Let's look at Beerus. If he falls into a poor mood, you can't handle him. That's right. Beerus does have a little bit of a temper. As I noticed from watching the Battle of the Gods move, overpowered God Destruction, Beerus joins the fight. His Meteor Super Attack, God Destruction's Judgment, activated by grabbing the opponent in front of him. He has a Command Throw Super, Command Grab, whatever. He attacks with a superior finger flick the opponent's foreheads. Wait, that was Goku Black you just sent flying. Oh, they're probably reading this off of this, right? Okay. So I'll look at this in a second. This is probably translated straight from this page. This V-Jump magazine page. So I'll look at this in a second. Let me keep this. Beerus Power S, Speed S, Reach A, Technique double S, Energy double S, Ease of Use S. Really? They're gonna be easy to use apparently. And hit. He can stop time and attack his opponent's weak spots with extreme speed by using his technique. Time Jump. He has several special moves that are quick enough that you won't even see him. Really. In his Meteor Super Attack, I will continue my growth. He stops time and attacks strikes at extreme high speeds. Once time starts again, his opponent has no choice but to fall from the barrage of heavy attacks, hitting them instantly. He moves and attacks in an instant. If you're prepared for your opponent, he has counter moves that you can master to really stop your opponent in their tracks. Alright, well, I'm looking at his stats. Power S, Speed double S, Reach A, Technique S, and Energy C. Use A. So they all seem like they're going to be pretty easy to use according to this. As I've been hearing, Dragonball Fighterz is a game that's pretty easy to pick up and learn. So, and I'm pretty sure that ArcSys and Bandai Namco want to make sure that the casuals can have fun playing, playing their new Dragon Ball Z game, as well as still making it competitive and having some technical play in the game and making sure that it's in depth at the same time. So I'm sure Arxis will be able to do that easily. Arxis is known for their fighting games being very in depth and hard, and so I mean, look at BlazBlue. BlazBlue's hard as hell to play. What's that? What's another game like that's like harder than that? Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, it's debatable. Guilty Gear is harder than. I think it's harder to learn. BlazBlue is easier to pick up and play, in a sense. Guilty Gear is harder to pick up and play, I think, but in order to have a better understanding, I don't know. Actually, they might be tied. But in terms of technical play and execution, I think BlazBlue was harder. But to have a better understanding, I think they're both at the same level. But anyways, back to this. Let's look at these. Look at this. The back of this V-Jump magazine real quick. As you can see, we have screenshots of all three of the Dragon Ball Super fighters that are going to be coming to the game. I could probably zoom in on this a little bit more. What the fuck? It's like zoomed out. There we go. See, oh, I'm guessing that's his Super Meteor attack or whatever it's called. What the hell is it called? Meteor Super attack. Is that what the level 3s are called or something? As I'm looking at these Goku Black screenshots, I can see that. Oh, that's a giant ass scythe. I can see that it looks like he has some range to some of his moves, but I can't really see this all too well. Beerus. I don't really know exactly what all of this is. It looks interesting. Like a giant beam. It looks interesting. Some flashy screenshots you have here. Also, something that this article did not mention. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, no, never mind. It's right here at the bottom. The scans note that there are still more characters to come, and also state that performing certain actions in battle will give players special scenes before or after the fight called dramatic enactment. So that's something I was actually just about to mention, that there's like cinematic finishes, sort of a sense. I guess I call them dramatic enactments. But if you perform certain actions in battle against certain characters, you will trigger those enactments. So I guess like with Krillin dying and Goku going Super Saiyan against Frieza in the Dragon Ball Z anime, stuff with Kid Buu, I forgot exactly what it was. It adds a little bit of that nostalgic feel. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit worried about how these enactments and these like cinematic finishes or whatever are going to slow down the pace of the battle. Is this going to happen in online battles? Is there an option where you can turn this off during tournament play? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they won't do that, but I'm just wondering like if it's going to slow down the pace of the battle. Same thing with the Dragon Balls too. Like when making a wish, is that going to slow down the pace of the battle? Because matches already last pretty long in this game. Oh yeah, and the Simon blowing up Yamcha. Oh my god, that's crazy. That looks just like how it does in the anime. That's crazy. That's pretty interesting. Wow. Bandai Namco Arcs is actually putting a lot of work in. I'm very impressed. I honestly think this is going to be fighting game of the year next year, free. Like, I don't think any other fighting game is going to beat this game next year. Free. Fighting game of the year for 2018, free. I mean, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle looks extremely fun too, but just in terms of like the legacy that Dragon Ball carries, and how it's gonna attract competitive players and casual players, towards the same game. That's one. Dragon Ball is like one of the most popular animes in the world right now. It's been going on for so long. And just also it's made by Arc System Works. It's who pretty much are known for making these really fun, busted, crazy, competitive fighting games. It's gonna be amazing. And plus they're also making cross tag battles. They really love their fans. Arc System Works really loves their fans. Even though their games are crazy busted, they love their fans. But that's what's fun about fighting games, making them crazy busted, and don't make it too balanced, because then it'll just be boring. But anyways, I guess that's really all I have to cover for the Dragon Ball Fighterz. You know, I'm trying to think about just anything else that I missed. I don't think there is. There's a few videos that I have to get up this week. Especially the VGAs, because I recorded all of that, but I might get Katie to help me with that. But anyways, I have more footage I need to get up for the channel. I have to get up to the Street Fighter Arcade Edition news that was announced at PlayStation Experience / Capcom Cup. I gotta talk about that. I kinda wanna talk about Marvel, but I haven't really been following that as much as I have been Dragon Ball Fighterz and Street Fighter lately, and all these other fighting in the cross tag battle. And Fighting EX Layer, that beta came out as well, so I want to make sure I get some footage up for that, or maybe stream it or something. There's a lot I have to do. And plus the semester's over, but I'm taking a winter course. I'm taking 2 winter courses so in January, so I want to make sure I do as much as I can before that happens. But anyways, enough of me rambling, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more news on Fighterz or any other fighting games or any other games in general, me and the rest of the members of WGG will be doing our best to cover as much as possible. So just keep following us, subscribe to us to stay tuned. You know, comment on what you think about Beerus, Goku Black, and Hit. Give me your thoughts and opinions, guys. I'm all ears, so I should say I'm all eyes now. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Take care.